Back in the rice swamp, it's almost time to go duck farming. June 1st. I can't believe it's almost already time. A year is flying by. I do think we're going to treat some lily pads this year, so stay tuned for that one. And then we'll start dewatering here in a couple weeks, and it'll be time for planting here in about 3 weeks. So stay tuned for all those videos. If you like the dove farming stuff and you're a duck hunter, you're going to really love the duck farming. I got one more wood duck box camera I've hung out here trying to catch a second nesting. I'm going to go pull that, check it, and just see if any activity was in here after that first round of successful nesting. I'm hoping another one got in there and had a second round. But this is a kickoff to duck farming season. Looking at the rice swamp, we're gonna go walk down, look at the water control structure. Gonna get this thing kicked off. Really looking forward to it. If you caught any of the videos last year, you know we like to keep this water level up in here. And the main reason is for this right here. If you kept the water level drained all spring and summer, this whole swamp, instead of being nice open water that you can drain and plant, would be covered in these rushes and sedges. And that would be no good. You practically cannot plant in here. The vegetation is just so thick. And this all used to be underwater, but we've kept the water level low to keep water off of the road that allows the farmer to get back into this field. There's still plenty of open water out here, but we certainly would not want to keep this pond low because it would fill over in rushes, sedges. That would be no good. Yep, wasp just came out. A second wasp has come out of there. I really don't want to mess with that box. I manned up and got rid of the wasps here. They do have a little nest, but the cool thing is a hen definitely came in here and brought her own nesting material. Now, I don't see any eggs. Nope, no eggs, but a hen did come back in here for a second nesting. So that's pretty darn cool. We got rid of that wasp nest there. Now I'm hoping this camera caught any activity that might be on here. If we did, I'll drop it in right here. After reviewing the footage, I was initially optimistic. There was a Drake wood duck tending to the box, and even a hawk was sitting on the wood duck box, and you could hear the wood ducks in the background kind of screaming at her. Well, turns out, unfortunately, the nesting material I saw was songbirds. A pair of songbirds, maybe finches, I'm not exactly sure what they are, ended up building that nest in there. So I did not have a second round of wood duck nesting in this box, but that's okay. We got the box in place. We learned a lot this year, and hopefully we'll improve upon it going into next year. Great example of what I was talking about just a minute ago. This used to be all underwater, and it looks like our water control structure is not as high as it was last year. And so by leaving this exposed this spring, it's completely flushed out with grasses, sedges, broadleafs, all kinds of random things. Not gonna be a very good planting area because this is all gonna be vegetated. Really gonna need that bare exposed soil out here. But a large portion of this swamp is still under plenty of water and it'll provide plenty of planting areas. Goes back to my video about waterfowl management plans and timing. Because if you take the water off too early, you'll end up with a lot of this. A lot of green grass and broadleaves and weeds, things you don't want that make it really difficult for planting. If you wait too late to drop the water off of here, well then of course you're gonna miss your planting window and the frost might take out your crop. You can see how high this beaver dam was originally. We're keeping a solid 2 feet of water off of this swamp, and that's what's allowing all these edges to grow up in sedges and rushes. But we're doing the farmer a favor by keeping the water off that access road. That's the old board from last year that I pulled out of the creek down there. But this is our water control structure. That's the flashboard riser system you saw me build 2 years ago, and then another one again last year. Real simple highway metal T-post signs and decking boards. Once it's time to drain the swamp, all we'll have to do, come in here and remove all those decking boards. This swamp will be drained in, man, a couple hours. I bet we can drain it off in probably 3 hours max. If you haven't watched the DIY flashboard videos, please go back and watch them. Pretty cool, simple design I kind of came up with that works really well and it's cheap, which is nice. And being that it's not a pipe, the beavers don't seem to mess with them quite as bad. You're not contending with an open pipe that can get full of debris in there that you can't get back out. So I've been very pleased with these water control structures we came up with. Kick off to duck farming. If you guys haven't been here for a full season of that, this will be a fun one. Got the drone ready to fly, got help ready to go. I've already purchased 300 pounds of the agricultural rice. So we're gonna try to set 3 different properties in rice this year. instead of 1 in rice and 2 in millet. So fingers crossed we can get all 3 of them planted this season, and we'll have the same results we did last year, where all this turns from lily pads in water to a beautiful rice paddy. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and take a minute to do it. You're not going to want to miss this season. If you're new to the channel, you're enjoying all the dove videos, you're going to definitely enjoy the duck videos as well. So go ahead and hit the button. That lets me know you're watching and you want to see more videos. But until the next video, thanks for watching. God bless. Take care.